Welcome to Draw One Last Breath Horror Podcast. My name's Matt.
Butch.
I'm Jolly Paul.
Welcome to episode 199. Yes, we are nearly there. On this episode, we have been to the cinema to watch Primate, and our movie from the vault is none other than In the Mouth of... How the devil are you guys doing?
Well, that was quite an introduction to a movie, Matt. Yeah, all good, man. All good in the hood. Lots going on in February. Lots of movies out that, we're not going to get the opportunity to see. Had to pick 'em, man.
Sport for choice, didn't we? Mr. Stevens, what have you been watching?
Well, I watched a couple of bits this week. I watched randomly, the kids were playing on the Xbox, so I was like, oh, I'm just going to have a bit of me time. And I found the first film I found on Amazon Prime was 28 Weeks Later, so I watched that again.
Oh my gosh.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it again. So yeah, 28 Weeks Later. I also watched, I've never seen this before, and I don't know why I've never seen it before, but I've just never done. So it was on Netflix, and I thought, oh, sod it, I'll give it a go. Mama
Mama,
Oh
ooh.
yeah,
with
I remember that one, but I don't think
Two
I've
little
seen.
girls that get found in the
yeah,
woods.
they disappear and then they get found in the woods, and then
Yeah.
they get like taken in by, is it their auntie, I think, and then spooky shit happens.
Well, there's rumors that they're making another one.
Really?
Yeah, literally, I read it the other day. How weird is that?
Is it
Oh
called
well, I mean,
Your Mama?
I
No,
thought
they
it was
called it
Mama
Mamas.
2 Electric Boogaloo. It was. I
Mamas
just
with
thought
an
it was
S.
just thought it was a bag of spanners, guys. I just thought it was crap. It was really bad. And a really weird, like when the reveal at the end, the ghosts and stuff. It's just really weird. So yeah, no, I just didn't like it. I just thought it was a bit crap. So yeah,
Yeah.
and then I watched Predator Badlands
Oh,
today.
you finally watched it today. Oh
Yeah, it
my
dropped on
God.
Disney Plus today. So
And
oh well, it's alright. Isn't it?
One for the kids, yeah?
Do you know what? Yeah,
seriously, it could be, couldn't it, right?
yeah. I thought it was just it was kind of inoffensive. There was some cool set pieces. I just kind of came and went. I didn't really see it as a kind of Predator film, really, if I'm
Did you see
honest.
what I mean though when I kind of said you must listen to the podcast, but the fact that it actually feels like a Marvel film towards the end, like
Yeah, it's
properly.
just it just ticks every kind of you kind of know where the plot's going at every time. There's no like kind of surprise to it for me. So yeah, nah, look, it was all right. It was kind of a nice addition, but yeah, it needs to be a bit more. Don't know.
Spine ripping.
Yeah, you know,
That's
at least
cool. They've
it's
done one for the kids, and now they need to do one for
the
the
proper grown-ups.
sickos.
Yeah, so that was me.
Cool, Butch.
I've been watching Beauty on Disney Plus. Evan Peters, uh, Rebecca Hall is it as well? I think it's really good. It's fucking violent and gory and bloody, and like you said, Matt, very substance and stuff like that. It's nice that they've done sort of. It's nice that that movie has sort of kind of got a legacy, really. If it's influencing sort of the American Horror Story guys. Yeah, I like it. I think it's cool.
Cool.
But no movies. I haven't had the opportunity to watch any movies in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, what's been going
Wow,
on,
you
Mr.
must have been
Butch?
busy.
And I must have like morphed into your body for like a couple of weeks then, because I've watched quite a few
Oh, wicked! What you watched?
for a change. Well, not quite horror, but I'm still going to talk about them because I've never seen these. Well, I've seen one of them. I watched Apollo 13 for the first time.
Not a horror. But yeah, carry
Yeah,
on.
I know. It is quite horrific in places. And I watched Platoon the other day. I've seen that before, but
Fuck. I mean, okay.
yeah, I've seen it before. I watched it when I was like about 11.
Yeah, I had nightmares a bit with where they're in the. I think they've just raped the Viet Cong girl, and somebody gets their head caved in with the butt of a gun. I think that was just remember like
Yeah, that's the dude with the one leg that he makes
yeah,
dance. Yeah.
like a
I
really
don't think you actually, by the way, I don't think you actually see, they insinuate that it's going to happen, but he stops it happening. So I don't know what version you saw there. Sicko. But yeah, so horror wise, I watched him, the American football kind of movie
Yeah, the
by
ones.
Jordan Paul's company, Monkey Paw Productions. Yeah, kind of glad I didn't go to cinema and watch it. It's a real shame because it's kind of style over substance. So looks beautiful, acts really well, but just the storyline is just so lame. And I was
Nothing
just
there.
like, not really. There's some great like shots and stuff. It's like watching a really long music video. It's like really stylistic, over stylistic. But yeah, it was just it's a shame. But it was okay, but I'd watch it on a streaming service or if when it comes out, but I wouldn't run out and buy it and I'm kind of glad I missed it in the end at cinema. And another one I managed to get in there as well was Keeper from Osgood Perkins.
Did you manage to get that at a decent price then?
What do you mean?
Well, everywhere I look to rent it, it's like rent or buy it, like over a tenner.
Yeah, it's very expensive, but
You probably just watched on his lunch, did you?
Fair enough.
so basically it's all right. It's just look, if you love real slow burns, like
Ooh,
really slow burns,
ooh, now
and
you're talking.
if you like violin, the classic violin horror movie, where it goes, that sort of soundtrack. Again, well acted, eerie, but just takes a really long time to get to somewhere. And I just thought it was going to be something that different than what it was because the trailer makes it look so different. And then it is something completely kind of not what I thought it was.
I felt like
But,
listening to a couple of like interviews with him. They
mm,
made this one and Long Legs, was it, quite in
yeah,
a similar time frame, and they kind of didn't. They had the framework of a movie and they shot some stuff and then they edited it into a movie. That's what it sounded like in some of the interviews that I read.
that probably makes a lot more sense than why. Like this is, it's a really strange film. Very, very strange.
I think it's COVID influenced, if you know what I mean, like that sort of one
Yeah,
location horror, do with what you've got. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Let's get on to some newsies. I've seen some trailers. There's quite a few trailers that are buzzing about at the moment. Um, One particular Obsession, which has got a little bit of a viral advert at the moment, being close to Valentine's Day. I think it's not. I think it's got a release date of like May or something like that. Yeah, May 15th, and it's the latest one from like Blumhouse. About a stalker or about some kind of stalker you wish for something. There's a teaser trailer out today, and then there's a full trailer out tomorrow. Not really giving anything away, but yeah, looks quite interesting. It's got a lot of
I think
attention.
I think I'm going to stay away from that. I'm just going to go in completely blind.
Okay.
It's the guy. It's Kerry Barker, isn't it? It's the guy that
Mm.
did that milk and cereal. Oh, is
Yeah,
that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. We keep talking about it. I guess, maybe we'll end up talking about it too much.
Yeah.
And other than that, another trailer that dropped. Um, really fucking weird. It looks like The Presence, a film called The House Was Not Hungry Then. And it's like been it said it's been told it's a haunted house movie genre that's told from the perspective of the house. Whereas I suppose The Presence was much told from the guise of, the ghost or whatever. I don't know. It looks a bit style over substance. It sort of just looks a bit Wes Anderson, static camera, shot down a hallway. Not sure. Not sure on that, but interesting title.
Hmm.
Paul, you got anything?
Yeah, I've got quite a few bits of news to be honest. So In a Violent Nature 2.
Confirmed and
It's been shot. It's in post-production.
oh wow, okay.
So it hasn't got a release date yet, but I'm guessing if it's in post-production, they might kind of get it out for this year. So little synopsis where he crosses paths with a summer camp this time. So there's like an outcast camper who's forced to stay with his sister and her friends at the end of season party. So
W-
expect more of the same,
Yeah,
walking and
in-
walking and walking,
we
and then
know.
hopefully we'll get the kill of the year again.
Well,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
gonna be
that's
a hard job.
I keep seeing that pop up on my TikTok or something every now and again. I've heard
The
of him
pricks
just
will fill.
pulling her head through this body. Fucking hell.
The
Yeah, I
pricks will
mean
fill.
they're obviously going to go a bit bigger and bolder. I would have thought with there been a sequel, so we'll see what they do in that one. Um, Obviously, Evil Dead Burn is out in July, so I think we're all quite looking forward to that one. But we it seems like we won't have to wait very long for the next one to come out after that. So the next one, it's got a working title at the moment, but apparently this is going to be the title. It's Evil Dead Wraith, which sounds interesting, but they're currently shooting that at the moment. So I was reading a bit of an article about it. It's becoming a bit of a fashionable thing that they're going to start shooting like back-to-back sequels. You know, like 28 Years and Bone Temple did.
Yeah,
Um,
cheap out.
Strangers. It didn't work for everyone.
well, yeah, but maybe more talented people with with a story to tell. But yeah, apparently there's going to be a bit. I think it's because they kind of, if something does take off, they kind of strike while the iron's hot and get something out really quickly, and it doesn't die off. And it's like more value for money if you do kind of two at one. So yeah, you might see a lot of that happening. But yeah, some more Evil Dead pretty quickly. Matt, you want to go? Because I've got a couple of bits of this. So
Yeah, well, hot off the press, literally, Doug Ray Scott and Miriam Petch to battle deadly hornets in survival thriller Hive. You heard of this one?
That's the last from Strangers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Madeline Petch. Okay.
So basically, Doug Ray Scott and Miriam Petch are set to battle deadly hornets in the survival thriller Hive. Basically, is in a hive, a remote medical research facility securing houses swarms of vicious deadly hornets. A band of thieves executes a daring heist to capture the formula, which holds the key to a revolutionary medical breakthrough. Scott and Pesh will play father and daughter duo whose bond is a core component of the film. So the Monsters producer Nick Love wrote the screenplay. So yeah, sounds like right up your street, Butch. You love all those kind of
Silly,
cheesy.
silly creature movies. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, could be good. Could be a bit of a laugh. But yeah,
Nice.
Jory Paul, what else you got?
oh well, I'm not sure it really needs this, to be honest, after having a film and a TV series. But it's been announced that Mike Flanagan, our favourite, has been he's going to direct a new adaptation of Stephen King's The Mist.
Oh God.
So
What?
apparently, yeah. So apparently, I don't really know why, but yeah. Apparently, it's going to follow on. It's going to stick really tightly to the book. Apparently, it's the source material. So we'll see. I mean, I don't really see how it needs it. After, like I said, I haven't watched the TV series. I thought the film was good enough. So, but we'll see what he comes up with that.
Yeah.
We also have. Have you guys? It's a bit of games news, to be honest. Like at the end of the month, the new Resident Evil game comes out. Have you guys seen the trailer for it?
Yeah.
It's a
Have
Scary
you
as
live
guys
fuck.
seen
action
the trailer
trailer.
of that? Have you guys seen the trailer for the Hellraiser game?
Scary as fuck.
Oh my God.
Well,
It's
the new
insane.
Resident Evil one, Butch, you want to check it out? It stars Micah Monroe, and it's actually really cool.
The
So
game or
the
the
game,
mo-
yeah,
The game.
the game.
okay.
Yeah, so Resident Evil game. So Micah Monroe's done like a live action trailer for it, and it's actually really cool. So definitely worth checking out.
Very cool.
Um, then I sent you guys a trailer. Did you watch it? That Exit 8.
Yes.
Oh, that looks pretty cool. It's based on
Perfect.
a independent computer game where basically you walking through a train station and there's like set rules. So basically you keep walking, but if you notice anything different the next time you walk through it, you have to turn back. Otherwise you kind of get like nabbed. And the game's supposed to be like quite intense and quite scary, but the trailer looks really cool. I don't know if is it maybe Korean or Japanese. It's an
I
Asian
think
film.
so,
It's
yeah.
obviously subtitled, but it looks really good. So check out the trailer, Butch, because I think
Right.
That'll do, yeah. And then the last bit of news, saved for Mr. Paul Butcher. He'll get very excited about this. Alexandra Ayer, the director of Crawl, is now directing the sequel to Under Paris.
Ro-
So there is going to be an Under Paris 2.
Oh, right. You mean the fucking shark movie?
Yeah, the shite French shark film that you loved. There's going to be a second one.
Yeah, man. Dump it on
Oh,
Netflix
joy.
again. I'll watch it.
So
Yeah,
apparently it was one of Netflix's biggest hits over the past few years. It was a massive like streaming sensation. So
Sweet.
they're going in for another one. So fair play.
I'd love to know the figures on how many people actually finished the movie.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. Butch probably did it 10 times. Inflate the
I
numbers.
I got one last little bit. I did send it to you guys in the week, but this has whetted my palate a little bit. Charlie XCX and Millie Alcock and Norman Reedus will start in the new horror movie from Master of Horror Takeshi Mike. Now that sounds like the formula for
Yep.
fucking crazy.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Fingers crossed, I'm all over that, mate. That would be some sick movie. Anybody got anything else?
I am
Right.
out.
Let's get on to our movie of the week.
We're in Hawaii, baby.
This is crazy. This is home. There's someone I want you to meet. This is Ben.
My hand? He wants to shake my hand?
Yeah. Hi, Ben. Our mom rescued him, and now he's part of our family.
Ben, happy.
He's kind of cute.
Ben?
Did something bite him?
Ben? There's something wrong with Ben.
Hey, what happened? It's me, Lucy. It's okay.
In the pool! Ben can't swim!
Lucy, bad. Bad. Bad.
Give me the phone. Try recent calls.
It's ringing. Brad, listen to me. We need help.
Oh, you need some help?
Send some.
What's your emergency?
Here, just send the police.
Ma'am?
He found me.
What's up? Sure this is the right place? Who the hell has a pet chimp?
All right, this episode's movie of the week, movie review is Primate from director Johannes Roberts. All right, he's known for 47 meters down and VHS 99. And this movie surrounds a group of friends on doing a tropical vacation in Hawaii, and it turns into a terrifying primal tale of horror and survival. We have a creature feature. We did one last episode, Grizzly Night, kind of more of a true to tale. This is like, a bit more fun, I guess. But let's hear from for everyone. Bearing in mind, we're a spoiler podcast. We're going to spoil the fuck out of this, so no moaning, bitching. Listen to what we think. Mr. Stevens, what did you think of Primate?
Did you really want to come to me first?
Oh, yes.
Um, I really enjoyed it, guys. I thought it was much better than it had any right to be. Obviously, we're going to talk about it a lot in a minute, but yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought they did really well with what they had, and thought they made a really tight, tense, practical horror film. So yeah, I liked it. Matt?
Yeah, I second that. It was really good. I mean, it does what it says on the tin, doesn't it? And it's it's a chimpanzee with rabies going mental. What more can you ask for? And it's just, yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was I really, really loved the score. The score was fucking tip top. And yeah, it was good to see some actual practical effects. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Butch?
Yeah, you know me, very good fun. Nice to see a horror movie sort of on location in Hawaii, in sort of a really sort of lush location, amazing house, and the sort of the what they were able to do with the space was really something to talk about, I think. But the blood, the gore, the splatter, the sort of surrounded with like a teen horror, which could have made it lame, I think, and I really think it could have done, but it's not. It's sort of put it in that echelon of really, really interesting sort of teen horror movies. That and what they did were able to do with it, I think, was fantastic. And like Matt said, the score was great, and the acting wasn't bad. Maybe it's the teenagers as well. They weren't completely off the cuff. They weren't too bad. They're not really like they've been in a few bits, all of them, but yeah, and there were, it definitely there was some, an interesting angle as well with the the sort of deafness, the sign language and all sorts of stuff, which had an extra angle to it, which I know Matt likes. But yeah, I got on with it, man.
Presentation.
There's lots of good to talk about. So where do we start?
Well, I mean, the start. I mean, very strong start. Very very strong start. I mean, like you get a guy who's coming to give a chimp a shot. You kind of doesn't give you any context, and it kind of time hops, which I thought was quite clever to be fair. And he goes in to kind of see him. The chimp's obviously in the throes of rabies, dribbling and stuff, and yeah, let's just say it. Spoilers. He gets his face ripped off. I thought it was really strong, like real brutal moment. And then I do like this. Obviously, we've seen a couple of films now, I think, where it's kind of modern films, but their credit crawls are like set in the 70s. So it looks like a really old, grainy film with the credits, and I
Yeah.
quite like that. So yeah, no, I thought it was a really, really strong kind of start. And then that kind of like I was sat in the cinema and I went, whoa. And then it kind of cut to like the teens and setting them up. And I just went, oh no, is this going to be shit now? I was like, oh no, am I going to spend all these times with these kids like hating them and then it's not going to pay off? But I think that, like you said, Butch, I think that they did that the right way. None of them were particularly annoying. None of them like went on too long. It kind of set up the characters in the right way, didn't dwell on anything, and just got right on with it. So I quite like kind of the pacing because sometimes when these teen things, you're like, oh, will you all just die straight away, and then we'll just finish the film. But no, I thought that was quite good. Yeah,
Yeah, because I thought there was going to be like a lot of like storytelling in this, and then like not much chimpanzee rabies going mental, but it didn't do that, which I loved because it got straight into it. Like it didn't fuck around. It was just like, oh, we're introduced to this, yeah, like Bruce said, beautiful house on the coast of like Hawaii, kind of like remote because it's on the edge of a cliff. It's got this huge pool on the edge of the cliff, and just yeah, look, the house was like 20% of the film because it was just really just looked awesome to shoot there and stuff. But yeah, it just got straight into it. It didn't didn't set up the characters loads. You kind of got this a bit of a story where the chimpanzee was kind of like what was he? He was like an experiment, but he was living with them. Is that right?
His mum was the sort of backstory
Yeah,
to
the mum had passed away.
Ben.
Yeah,
Ben. Yeah,
there's something wrong with Ben.
Yeah, was
he's a linguistics professor.
her mother. The mother was
Yeah,
a linguistic professor, and
passed.
she died like I think last year or somewhen, and she was teaching the monkey sign language effectively, and that chimpanzee, sorry, that chimpanzee had been with them since they were since it was a kid, so it's just
It was
normal.
like part of the family.
Yeah, normal thing. It was a normal thing. But like Cujo, you get rabies and anything's out. And they weren't, the idea of a mongoose sort of popping up and biting the chimpanzee was never thought of. Where's the risk assessment on that? That's all I want to know. But it made for a good fucking dark and dingy sort of movie, and the bit with the pool and the way the kids sort of like tried to escape. I mean, there was and then sort of had to kind of like put their feelings aside. I think it was all handled quite well. It wasn't just like let's abandon and try and fuck up the monkey.
Well, I mean, this strain of rabies, though, is a special strain of rabies that turned the chimpanzee not just crackers, but he was a bit of a twat as well. And like you say, the score, Matt, it was almost like you're watching like a Halloween film.
Mm.
And there's like, I just liked it. If they did it on purpose, I don't know. I mean, if I hope they did, and it was not just me imagining it. But there were certain bits where the monkey would turn its face, and he was like smiling, and it was almost like a game. So the rabies basically turned him into a serial killer. It wasn't that he was just crazy. It was actually, Jesus, this guy's thinking about murdering them. He's like thinking about ways to get at them. It's not like if you come near him, I'll beat you up. It's like, nah, I'm gonna get you guys. And he was a right little sneaky bastard.
Yeah, he was. That's why you got that sort of a motive. Like he still had that kind of thought process. These are my family, but I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, but I don't know which way I'm gonna do it. I mean, the first teen kill, the lad, he was sort of trying to be the hero, trying to, I'm gonna fucking push the monkey off the side of the cliff. What a fucking stuff! I mean, it was all super, but the way they sort of did the thud on the rock, like head first, that just was. I was like, oh,
Well, the
okay.
POV camera of the fall, and you're like, oh, it's going to cut away, and it's like, nope, squash.
Not quite,
Um,
not quite midsummer.
I did like that bit though because it was so funny because I went to say it with shout out to Colin and I was sat there and as the monkey's like on the edge of the pool and they're kind of swimming away, I actually turned to him and just went like that, so like made the pushing motion, and then he turned around and did it. I went, oh, because normally you don't see horror films do the obvious. You're like, well, why don't someone try and push him over? And he did, and it went spectacularly wrong, in fairness. But
What I think the film does really well as well, it kind of it missteps and makes you think something's going to happen. So like, okay, so these two are the love interests. Okay, so he's going to survive or he's going to try and save her. Then you've got the best friend storyline where you think, oh well, all they're gonna kind of survive and have to help each other because they're so best mates and stuff. But it fucks the rule book. It just chucks it away, and it's just like no one's hold bars. It's like no one's safe. So that's what I kind of liked about it. It had a bit of balls with it. It was just like, nah, this is a chimpanzee that's got rabies, which is, let's put out there, this is fucking true as well. Chimpanzees are fucking strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Yep.
has been records on record where chimpanzees have ripped people's faces off.
Oh,
You
we
know?
saw it. I mean, we had a bit of, it's nice to have a bit of cannon fodder as well, right? We had the sort of ones that we knew, and it was nice to have. We thought, we with teen horrors, there's always like let's up the kill count, and we did get a couple of bits of cannon fodder, which I very thoroughly actually enjoyed. I mean,
I love the two boys that enter the party.
The
That's
great bit of that, though, was it's quite harrowing and it was quite tense. So just before you go on to that, I really did like you talked about the house and stuff, just the staging of it. So it did a really good job with that space. So when the monkey was there, you were tense because it was there, but when he wasn't there, you knew that you were aware of the space that they were in. So when they got out of the pool and started walking, you were like, well, he could be anywhere, and it was really really clever with that location and the set and how they shot it to really ramp up that tension. But you've gone through this harrowing like first hour of the film where people have died and there's gore and there's guts and there's blood, and yeah, you're right. These two idiots turn up that they kind of meet at the start of the film, and it was just hilarious.
Yeah.
I was laughing my head off with it.
Yeah, that
Um,
bit was very, 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 very sort of teenage horror movie sort of scenario, and the way that they met their demise was fantastic. One to be seen, definitely. And again,
let's,
the cunt of Ben being a bit of a prick, definitely came through on that respect.
I mean, it was literally like, is he gonna hump him? Is he gonna hump him?
Well,
I thought,
that's what I thought for a minute because it's like, is he gonna do something to him? Because I was like, this is like really getting a bit uncomfortable now. I was like, why haven't he killed him yet? And it's like, is he gonna make him his bitch? I was like, I was just, I was a bit worried about that. But then,
They
yeah,
they had some really interesting exposition as well with the dad. We haven't talked about the dad, but the dad's like um uh an
writer,
off yeah, he's a
author, yeah.
writer, and he was off on some kind of signing tour for a new book. And that's why he's not there. But he's got a fucking whistle that is sort of is kind of commanding. It's that sort of like teaching tool. Didn't leave the fucking whistle behind though, did he? Yeah, so those sort of like horror tropes are so much fun. Like, where they do just like the obvious thing could like probably turn the tide. Oh well. But it's good fun, good wrap up.
The bit where I did think what I would have liked to have seen more though, Butch, is you touched on it with there's a sequence where he comes back because obviously he's getting messages from the vet saying it's got rabies and he can't get in touch with people, so he comes back. And there's a really cool scene where his daughter's getting chased around the house by Ben essentially, and he's just coming in like eating some food and like picking up, thinking they've had a party and stuff, and it just does it from his point of view where he can't. There's literally no noise, and in the background you kind of see her run down and the chimp chases her, and I just thought I thought they could have done a bit more with that.
yeah, I think you're right.
And
They
I
could
thought
have.
it would have been really clever, like an extended sequence. But it's a grumble more than anything. But do think it would have been cool if they kind of played on that a bit more.
Yeah.
Fucking
If one of the daughters was deaf, had a hearing aid or something, got knocked out or something. I don't know.
brutal fight scene though. Like proper fisticuff fight with
Yeah.
the dad and the chimpanzee just going toe to toe, man.
What about
Yeah.
where the chimp catches her in the bedroom though, and it's like they have this like tender moment where she goes, "Oh, Ben's kind of still in there," and he holds her hand,
Yeah,
and then he just snaps her wrist. Oh my god! And that's what I'm saying. It was like, Ben, you're a cunt. You've got nasty rabies, you bastard.
Yeah.
But yeah, fist fights with chimps at the end was very good. Yeah,
Yeah, very good. I don't,
and but then they pulled the Michael Myers as well. Oh, he's
yeah,
dead. No, he's not. Yeah.
yeah.
it's
Right.
good. It's good mixing the sort of like it's a decent creature feature mixed in with a teenage horror, and I think it was done very well. Um, and I'd definitely recommend people go watch it and check out the gore, the kills, and it's a good fun popcorn movie.
I think when this comes out streaming, I think it'll do so well. So well. It will pick up like and people will talk about it and it will go crazy. It'll be like, on the front page of every kind of streaming service probably. It's just one of those films that will just have legs in it because it's just a really tight, well-paced film and it's just really well done. I quite enjoyed it quite a lot.
Yeah, and it's up against quite a lot like this month, and we've got that Send Help, which is like some that thriller with Rachel McAdams. Scream Seven's out in a couple of weeks. Cold Storage with Joe Keery. We got the Stranger Things crew, and then Whistle, which is kind of that. Is it going to be Talk to Me or is it going to be fucking what's that? A bag of bones or whatever the hell?
I've heard nothing but good things.
Okay, it's got a cool prop. But yeah, so it's up against a lot. But it's made some money. It's made about 36 million. That's really good for a horror movie. So very, very cool. All right, then how would you put a number on it? Would you discuss it? Is it going to be discussed at the end of the year? There's a lot of
I
competition.
mean, it's definitely one of the better films I've seen this year. I'd probably stick an 8 on it. It's me.
I'm gonna go 7.
I'm gonna go.
Which is-
Yeah, I mean, it's a happy 7 for me. I'm not sure. I think there's more. I think this year's got more to give. So I'm going to put a 7 on it. Um, yeah, well structured, good fun. Would I revisit it? Maybe, definitely. You know, if it's on free on streaming, definitely would revisit it again. There we go. Primate, 7, 8 out of 10.
It's not mad.
Yeah. Next episode, episode 200. Oh my God. With a plethora of movies out at the moment: Send Help, Cold Storage, Scream 7, and Whistle. Which one will we be picking? That's gonna best wait and see. All right, cool. Let's get on to our movie from the vault.
This one will drive you absolutely mad.
The riots began because the stores could not meet the demands of Sutter Kane's novel, In the Mouth of Madness.
Kane disappeared 2 months ago without a trace.
He's the guy that writes horror books.
You can forget about Stephen King. Kane outsells them all. I need to know if he's alive or dead, and I need that book.
It's a setup. I just have to work out how it's set up.
Kane's writing has been known to have an effect on his readers.
See this? It's a map. This whole thing has been staged.
You just get out.
This is not reality.
It's all happening for real, Trent.
I know this book will drive people crazy.
Let's hope so. The movie comes out next month.
So, this week's movie from the vault was picked by moi. And I have gone for In the Mouth of Madness from 1994, certificated 18, running at 1 hour and 35 minutes, from the man himself, Mr. Sir John Carpenter. Little synopsis before we dive into this one. An insurance investigator begins discovering that the impact a horror writer's books have had on his fans is more than just inspirational. Butch, you want to go first on this one?
Who said the 90s were shit? I know, I did. Well, where the fuck did this one lie hidden? I mean, Jesus Christ. From start to finish, it's absolutely paced to perfection. This movie's fucking brilliant. I mean, yeah, this is like a hidden gem that I've never seen. And it's one of those moments like watching The Hitcher that you're just like, why the fuck didn't I pick this one up? Maybe because it was surrounded by, yeah, I don't know. Fucking crazy. 1994, and I never watched this movie. Unbelievable. Loved it. Sam Neill was fucking great. Pretty sure I saw the guy from the Ghostbusters 2 painting in the movie as well. Not 100% sure. That's to be discussed. But yeah, I loved it. Yeah. Thanks.
Mr. Stephen.
And good night. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Sam Neill played the same part he played in Possession, though, which I thought was hilarious. But it kept me engrossed all the way through. I didn't really know what I was watching. I was like, am I watching like Twin Peaks, or am I watching a monster film? Or it was very much like Stephen King adaptation. And then it was just, yeah, it just kept us going all the way through. And I just thought it was mad. And he kind of followed his descent into madness really, really kind of closely. Soundtrack was on point. Jürgen Prochnow, man, rest in peace. Recently died, didn't he? But yeah, and Butch, I can confirm because I checked it. It's Vigo.
Yeah, Wilhelm von Homburg, his name is.
The
Fucking
baby stealing bastard.
you cannot forget that fucking nose, man. Scary.
So,
Yeah.
Matt,
Yeah, I don't think I liked it as much as you two. Um, it I was kind of like confused a bit by it. I'm not a massive kind of Lovecraftian fan, I'll be honest. It's not my first kind of love. But I did enjoy it because it was just mental. It was just like, again, it's one of those films where I had no idea where it was going. I kind of knew loosely what it was based on, but I had no idea how it was going to pan out. And it was just crazy. It was mad. It was just like, it reminded me a lot like of Children of the Corn in places because like 90s movies and
So fuck. That's the thing. It was for me. It was so close to being that sort of shit Stephen King kind of like the way it was shot. You know, like sometimes they come back or
the
some.
Langoliers.
Yeah. Oh, fuck you, the Langoliers. But there was, it was so close to production, the same production,
almost made for TV. Almost.
almost. Yeah, like The Stand or something like that. But like, fucking hell, 96 minutes. That's thank you for that. Didn't just fucking like sit around for like another like 20 minutes. It just like got in and got out. I thought the pace, I just think it delivered in terms of like pace. It just went, it was relentless. I mean, from the starting scene, um, you know, I loved the bit where he was being dragged in by John Glover's mates into the insane asylum. You're like, what the fuck is this all about? And he's like booting booting the guards. I just know
It's
that's
almost comedic, wasn't it?
yeah.
It's
It
like,
was the interactions were really really interesting. I really sort of got on with that. But the yeah, Sam Neill's detective what's its name? Cutter Sane is
Sutter
the
Kane.
Cutter Kane, Sutter Kane,
Sutter Kane.
McCain. Some little interesting, like, is this John Carpenter's sort of love letter to Stephen King or the opposite? That's a question that I have definitely. Um, but yeah, just it's sort of questions, and when did The Cell come out as well? The one with Jennifer Lopez, is that like late 90s or something like that? I don't know. It just reminded me like The Cell was sort of like the shitter version of this, like Clive Barker's The Cell. Do you remember that?
yeah, I remember,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. Like that was all. That's like a real, really bad movie. But this was just like, yeah, it just questioned what was. It's very meta. And when you look at like the fact we've got Scream in like what 2 years time, it's very meta in its sort of approach, I guess.
Yeah.
Which kind of I liked, and I don't really like Sam Neill. I don't. I didn't. I like, but like because he's
You don't
possession.
like Sam Neill?
I don't know. I don't like his face. I think I said this when we watched Possession. I don't. There's something about his face I just don't like. But
Jurassic Park.
I know. I know.
Jurassic Park.
Like, okay, I get like Jurassic Park sang Neil, sure, but like there was stuff that
So why is his face any different
like
in
the
Jurassic
Omen,
Park?
the Omen Sam Neill. I can't stand the Omen 3.
Not many people can.
But I don't know, man. This is quality. Yeah, he was great in this, and he had a load of, who's that? Who's the old dear as well? Behind the counter. She's been in like every 80s movie going.
I think you're forgetting Charlton Heston as well.
Yeah, Charlton Heston is that's so random. Yeah, a lot going for it, and there was some real, like I kept on thinking, is this like more Cronenberg with the faces? No, it's not because he did that with the Thing, and all those sorts of things. The special effects, the makeup, and all that sort of thing was great. And I mean that intro with the hard sort of rock intro.
Hard rock. Yeah.
Fucking hell, yeah.
So I mean, so essentially what we've got here, Sam Neill is like a kind of detective that kind of is sent in to kind of defraud people, like people that are trying to do fraud, that he'll go and suss them out, and he's really, really good at it. And this company that have a author, basically their author's gone missing, and they need him back to finish the last book. So they hire Sam Neill in to go and find this guy. And it's quite funny how he kind of manipulates them into sending him to go and find the author, Sutter Kane. And this book apparently these books have gone out and they're best-selling books, and apparently people are going crazy over it. But the one thing I want to talk about that we haven't talked about yet is the scene that is just mad. It's so well shot. It must have been one take, which is the axe wielding kind of guy that literally you see in the background while they're talking in the diner. That shot is
We
fucking brilliant.
find out later that he's Cutter Sane's
assistant
agent.
I thought he was Sutter Kane's agent.
Oh, whatever the fucking name is. I don't know. I'm not going to get that
What
right,
did you
am I?
say? What did you say?
Cutter Sane again.
Cutter Sane.
Cutter Sane.
I'm not going to get that right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that whole bit is just crazy because you just see him coming and you're like people just run out of the way and he's like, oh my God, he's gonna chop him up, and then he gets shot, which is great.
It is a good sort of follow shot, and that almost that it follows sort of like thing, you know, where
Background kind of thing,
yeah, definitely definitely got some blueprints for some horror movies in there, definitely well used. I mean, that scene along the road was so creepy as fuck when they have to go and when they're sort of
the bike riding bit,
yeah, they go looking in Hobbstown, which doesn't really exist. It exists in his books. It's not really a place, and you then just like go along this creepy road, and what you know, the person that's with him from the office,
She's the editor, isn't she?
Linda
Stiles.
And she's just like, you know, it's a dark road with a creepy little guy on a bike, and then he's suddenly old and he's going back and forth and getting all this stuff. Then the road's not there. It's very, very weird. The whole thing is just like that. I mean, the fact that it's called In the Mouth of Madness, the book that he's bringing out is In the Mouth of Madness. They're going to do a movie about it. It's so like, you know, what are we watching? Are we watching the book? And we are. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is fucking cool. And like all the stuff that happens in the town is sort of freaky as fuck. And like what the story is about is the fact that, you know, he sort of that we're led to believe that Sutter Kane is writing, and his writing is bringing stuff to life, but also that's due to the fact that he's holding back like these ancient ones for a gate that are going to like basically cause the end of the world. And it's just like, did he write the end of the world? And it's just like, what's going on really? And there's like loads of freaky monsters you don't really get to see, but they look really creepy and disturbing and stuff like that. Yeah.
Or is Sam Neill's character just nuts?
Or is Sam? Yeah, and he's very good at playing nuts. I mean, but you like with the kids, Village of the Damned, that sort of influence, Children of the Corn, loads of sort of weird.
I love the little mask as well, like the little girl that's like all like messed up, like that was cool. I didn't expect that. I was like, oh, I thought they were all normal, and then she just rocks up with this little fucked up face. It's like, what the?
And then, you know what? They had the opportunity to throw in a cheesy sex scene, and they didn't do it. No, they didn't do it. Instead, she turned into a monster.
Oh yeah.
I think she kind of pissed him off enough to, because at the start he probably comes on to her, doesn't he? He's like, "Oh, me and you'll go and do some work together," and she's like, "No, no way." And it's almost like as he's like, "I'm out of here," because she's all pulling the wool over my eyes, and he's all in a conspiracy theory, and she's like trying to keep him there because she knows the truth because she's read the book. Remember, she's the only person that's read this book, and he like, yeah, she kind of throws herself at him, and he kind of like tells her to bugger off. And also, well, it's a bit later, but he's very handy with his fists on her.
Oh yeah,
he like knocks her out
again,
twice.
almost like comedic again, like where she swallows the car keys and then like.
Oh yeah, he's like, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, Jesus Christ! Poof! Have a right hook. Give me my keys back.
But she kind of get, yeah, they kind of get to this church, don't they? As and they find out everything that's there has been described in the book, and he's kind of like trying to get away, and she steals the car, and she drives the way to the church and kind of confronts Sutter Kane, and he kind of possesses her with the little
Manipulator.
demon on the back of his head.
Yeah.
And then she becomes kind of just part of like them trying to kind of, I don't know, take over the town, or I don't know, or facilitate this guy's descent into madness. And essentially it's just him to deliver the manuscript, and he's kind of like turning him into like the reason that the world's going to end. Essentially, I
It's
think
the
that kind of
upside
what
down.
tips him over.
The upside down.
Yeah, man. It's just
I mean,
so.
it's quite a cool book, lads. If you ever want to,
What is that?
that's I have in my possession the In the Mouth of Madness Sutter Kane book.
Where'd you get that from?
I have to say I got it for my birthday off Colin.
That is nice. Well done. Well done, Colin.
Yeah, so it's basically a book of the film. Well, it's the novel of the film essentially, but it's the book, so it's quite cool.
Well, it's meta, isn't it? You know, what are we
Yeah.
watching? Because is he descending into madness, or is he watching himself? Is he watching himself as a movie? I don't know.
I mean, the next time you see me, guys, I might like have tentacles.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or like blue eyes with weird like red marks around them.
You do already. There's got to be. I mean, this movie's got like such a cult following, and I didn't realize and stuff like that. People absolutely love this book, and I can see why, because of the meta nature of it, and the sort of like I don't know, the kind of links with Stephen King and that era. There's just so much good to take away. And the cast is incredible. If you like did this movie today and the cast that you'd stick into this movie, I think it's great. Um, Matt's facts. You must have shitloads.
There is quite a lot, so I just picked a choice few, to be fair, because I don't want.
Tell them all.
Right. Did you spot Hayden Christensen?
No.
No.
So this is the first feature film he debuted in, and he was the paper boy that Trent meets on the road at the end.
No way.
Yes.
At the end.
Yeah. Pretty mad, isn't it?
I wonder what happened to him.
This is the third film in what John Carpenter has called his Apocalypse trilogy. The first being The Thing, the second being Prince of Darkness, and this. The car keys that Julia Carmen swallows when Sam Neill is trying to escape from the town were made out of pasta. She actually swallowed them down. The building used at the mental institution, because I thought that shot was fucking brilliant. The building used at the mental institution at the beginning of the film is actually a water filtration plant in the beaches area of Toronto. It has been the scene for other movies, including The Island Fortress and Undercover Brother in 2002. Filming can no longer take place inside this building following the September 11 terrorist attacks.
It looked like the start. You know when like Gary, is it Gary? What's his face? Simpson. I can't remember his surname. The Stand, when he comes out of that sort of hospital in the stand, it sort of remind me of that
Gary
very
Sinise.
much. Gary Sinise, thank you.
Yeah.
It's Lieutenant Dang.
Yeah. This movie contains many references to H.P. Lovecraft's stories. For example, the name of the hotel and the hotel owner, Pickman, is a reference to the short story Pickman's Model.
So, hang on, can we dwell on this a minute? So, because I didn't really get I haven't. This is like a H.P. Lovecraft thing, is it? Is it anyone?
It's kind of got inspiration from it, I think.
It's not like a direct story then from that era, like
So,
Color Out
no.
of Space or.
No, it's just I think it's as far as I can tell, when I was reading about it, I think this is just like there's references to that sort of thing, with like the creatures and the crossing the worlds and all that sort of stuff.
I mean, we end up watching so much like H.P. Lovecraft stuff without even realizing. Do I need to get loads of literature or something? I have no idea.
You want, but he in real life he's an arsehole, so I wouldn't bother.
Fine. I'll stick with
Anyway,
that.
can I get on with my maths facts, please?
Apologies.
This is very important, this next one. The first three-legged dog that they took off the running. Sorry, I'll start again. The first three-legged dog that they had took off. There was a three-legged dog that they had, and basically it ran off into the countryside, and they couldn't find it. And they didn't find it in time for shooting, so they had to get another three-legged dog.
Did they make a three-legged dog, or they just find another three-legged
Yeah,
dog?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So the robot monster in which Sam Neill is watching at the end of the movie is one of director John Carpenter's favorite monster movies as a kid. When Jürgen Prochnow lets the monsters from the other side into our world, originally in the script, the entire town was sucked into another side. When this provided it to be too costly, an effects artist over at Industrial Light and Magic recommended that instead that he tears himself apart like paper, which was pretty
Which
crazy.
was really good special effects. And it worked, I thought.
Not bad, not bad. When you're on the cusp of the 90s, you're in 90s, is like that wasn't that bad, was it? It could have been a lot worse.
You were in danger of like some real bad, like cheesy special effects, but I think they didn't, like they said, they didn't go Langoliers, they didn't go the Cell and stuff like that. It wasn't too cheesy. Like it was almost the gate into or in terms of the monsters.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't really. It worked. It worked for me. Um, I really like this movie. And like, I think this isn't even the last John Carpenter that I've got to see. I think I've still got The Fog. Still not seen The Fog.
You haven't seen The Fog?
Yeah, that's still to be done.
Yeah.
But these ones where I was avoiding because maybe I don't know, like In the Mouth of Madness, Prince of the Darkness, I kind of avoided those. I just didn't think they were going to be up my street, and both of them.
Have you seen Starman?
Okay, I haven't seen Starman either.
Not horror, but
yeah,
definitely worth a watch.
And do you want it? Do you know what? I haven't seen Assault on Precinct 13. I've seen the new one, not the old one. I haven't seen the original.
The original was brilliant.
I've seen that one shot with the kid from the ice cream van. So yeah, that's another one. Still got some Carpenter left. It's great. Okay, how do we rate this one then? Matt, this was your pick. You hadn't seen it before. You bought the Blu-ray, sang the theme tune. What would you put a number on it?
It's not my favorite Carpenter movie, obviously, but I enjoyed it. The score was great. It looked really good. The acting was cool. Storyline was a bit batshit. There were points where I was like, what the fuck is going on here? What is this actually about? And I think it's one of those films where no one really knows. You kind of just got to kind of run with it. But I enjoyed it. So I would probably give this a 7 out of 10. Jordy Paul?
Yeah, it's. I think I enjoyed it. I had a really good time with it. But it's if you were going to rank kind of Carpenter films, it would kind of be towards kind of the bottom. But even though I did really like it, but it's such a high bar, isn't it? Seeing as the rest of them are nearly all tens.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I agree with I'll give it a 7 as well.
I'm giving it a 9. I love I love the ensemble cast.
I'm good. I'm glad.
It's still Carpenter, and I can feel it, and I've got it with the music, the score, the cast was fucking incredible. I liked Sam Neill in this. I liked the energy. I liked the pacing. Fucking locations were fantastic. Just the weirdness, the absolute batshitness of it. I really got on with it. I'll watch it again. Like it's almost like I think like when you watched Invasion of the Body Snatchers, you know what I mean? It's sort of like really, really fucking got me. I really liked it. I didn't expect to. I thought, I'm going to sit down and watch some fucking cheese on toast 90s movie. It's going to fucking drive me nuts. But yeah, very fucking cool. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for me. So I think that's cool.
Good.
Very, very good. Very happy that you picked that one. We had 2 on the bounce, 2 good ones. Seed in the Ghost and In the Mouth of Madness. Now I got a bit of pressure on my shoulders. Episode 200 coming up. My pick. What could I possibly pick that we haven't done already? Oh my god! I think we're going to go to the 60s, 1960, and we're going to watch Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
Yeah. We all go a bit crazy sometimes.
It's a big one, you know. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it'll be one. So there we go. Coming up, episode 200. It'll be 200 episodes, nearly 10 years of listening to fucking Draw One Last Breath. That's drone on, swear, talk Geordie, all that sort of crap. Thank you so much for sort of bearing with us, really.
So for episode 200, it'd be really lovely to hear from anybody that listens to the podcast, if there's anybody out there that does. If not, then fine. But we're talking to no one. But no, I'm only joking. It'd be great if you could just send in anything like via email or through our direct messaging. If you listen to the podcast, if you're new or you're an avid listener, it'd be really lovely to hear from you, hear what your favorite movies are. Anything really want to talk about, send us a message. It'd be really nice to hear from you. And we'll give you a shout out on episode 200.
Lovely job. And moving on to talk 200, our main review is more likely going to be the Whistle, which we're quite looking forward to watching. And I've just pulled from the vault from way back, 1960, Hitchcock's Psycho. And there's only one more thing to say, really. When there's no more room in hell, here's another podcast.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
You can follow us on Twitter @DrawOneLast, Instagram @DrawOneLastBreath, or pop us an email at drawnelastbreathpod@hotmail.com.